So guys, I'm back at the Toxic Gas HQ, and today I'm bringing you something I've been wanting to bring you for a very, very long time. It's time for the Punisher! First ride of the Punisher on this channel. It's taxed, it's MOT'd, it's insured, it's ready to rock. It's a blast to ride. Can't wait for you to hear it. It sounds absolutely superb out on the road. Yeah, had the MOT yesterday, all went hunky-dory. A few little things. Forks are just slightly starting to weep a bit, so I need to service those. What else was there? Oh, I had this old brake hose was just attached on this one point, so I've put another fixing point. It's quite stable, it's not going anywhere, so I'm happy with that now. So is the MOT tester. A big shout out to the guys at R&J Motorcycles in Banwell, out by Weston-super-Mare. They put an MOT on it for me, no problemos, all went nice and smooth. Some updates on things that need kind of addressing. As I knew, this exhaust paint that I put on probably wasn't the best move, and it's already starting to lift off the very top of the headers there. Can you see that? What else? I've also got a little bit of an oil leak, only a tiny one, because someone has absolutely, well, they've taken these casings off. They were originally red like this, all the engine casings, like the top one is here, but they've taken these off and enameled them, and whoever put it back on has not made a very nice job of it, so they're going to come off. I've got some fresh gaskets coming. I'm going to put those on and get them fitted up. So yeah, that needs to be done at some point. It's not a serious oil leak, but it's a bit of a leak. What else? Setting up the clocks is a little bit problematic for the speed, but it's still a little bit off. It's about 10 miles an hour off at the moment, so I need to adjust that. Suspension is really hard ride. This is a hard ride. This isn't like, I don't know, it's not a sports bike, it's not a performance bike, it's a pose bike, I guess, but it actually can hustle, this bike. I mean, this bike is geared up for around, I don't know, 160 mile an hour. I wouldn't recommend doing 160 on it. Oh, one other thing, I think the clutch is slipping, so I'm also going to have to order a clutch. This is the first kind of proper ride. I had a proper ride yesterday out with Taffy, just getting acquainted with it before I jumped on the channel and made a video of it. So I know what I'm playing with. But yeah, actually this is a really good ride. But anyway, let's stop talking about it. Let's get and ride it. Let's ride. Let's get this puppy going. Let's have a bit of a ride, a bit of fun, guys. Been waiting for this for so flipping long. I went out with Taffy yesterday. I didn't record it because I just wanted to go out and get acquainted with it and find. Oh, not cut out. Don't stall it. Yeah, I didn't want to stall it. Yeah, I wanted to go out yesterday and just kind of get to grips with it before stalling it live on YouTube. But anyway, let's ride, peeps. Let's flipping ride. Let's be having some. Let's let this geezer go. RSV4, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Very nice indeed. Well, I haven't got my jacket zipped up. What a plonker. And all the excitement. All the flipping excitement. Forgot about my jacket. Oh, it's better. It's actually quite warm today, which is nice. Anyway. The slipping of the clutch. I will address that. That I will sort out. So the roads are just like teeming with flipping, not with the sound of music. It's teeming with cyclists. It's absolutely jam-packed with cyclists here. I wanna, he's turning off. Okay. No rush. No flipping rush. Also put a new battery on it. I put a lithium battery on it. I thought I'd treat it. So much lighter. It's like, well, over 2 kilograms lighter than a standard battery. Can you believe that? That's just absolutely monumental. Guys. Yeah, so let's go. So good, I can't get it across to you. You would never think I fitted a car wheel on the back. It just feels completely normal now. It used to feel not quite right when I first built it because it was offset, that rear wheel. But it ain't so bad now. It's really quite good. And I'm really pleased with it. I've done the hub bearings, I've done new chain and sprockets. I've gone right through it, as you've seen on the build series of this bike. So it's been a lot of time and money and effort put into it, but it's been worth it. It really has, and I'm just so glad to now have the Punisher back on the road after all these years with me. So good. It's such a good, fun bike, and it's what I was also liking so much about Taffy's bike. All of that popping and crackling. I love it. I know it's a bit immature, but whatever. You know, you get to my age, you start getting younger, not older, in your mentality, and you don't care so much. I'm not trying to offend or upset anyone, but I'm just trying to have a bit of fun. And that's what it's all about, guys. Having fun, isn't it? At the moment, it was just way too soft when I had it, and I've kind of set it up much harder now, probably a little bit too hard, but I'd rather have a little bit too hard than a little bit too soft. And you factor in the seat, well, there isn't really one, it's just a bit of foam that really kind of adds in for a firm ride. And you're backside gets a bit of a battering, but it's all part of the fun. Oh dear, oh dear. I just feel so flipping lucky. So flipping lucky, guys. I know, like, you know, I've got a load of bikes and, you know. But this bike means the world to me. It really does. It's the cheapest bike I've got. But it means so much to me. It really does. And I'm so pleased to have it back. I can't get it across to you. So flipping happy. And it's just so sweet. This bike is still, this engine is so flipping sweet. It's really good. And it's also, these roads are all fair and well, but it's actually a lot of fun in the twisties. See if we can find a bit of twisty action. Oh, I believe this has got some twisties. Some nice sweepy twisties. Well, what do you think, guys? I mean, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely so loving it. Really am. It's like my dream come true to get the Punisher back and it still actually not be terrible. I know it's rough on the edges. I know it's not perfect. And this bike has seen a few hands since I sold it. But all considering, she's still in good nick. Really. I think so, and she rides so well. It's such a beautiful ride. You can tear it on a bit, or you can just chill and chuck it into a corner. I think the suspension, I definitely need to kind of spend some money on the suspension, but it's good enough. Are good enough. It's all good enough. What more do you need with this soundtrack? I mean, come on. Is quite surprising. Poppy, poppy, crackly, crackly, boom, boom. And yesterday it was kind of losing a little bit of oil from the from those engine casings, and last night I tightened it all up a bit and it appears now to be holding the oil, because yesterday I had a tiny bit on my boot. At the moment I've got none, so that's a good sign. But I'm still going to replace it. What I want to do now with this bike is bit by bit just do little bits, upgrade the suspension, maybe upgrade the brakes, just continue to tart it up some more. I've got a big bore kit for it. I've got big bore pistons, which will take it up to 997cc, which is pretty adequate. To be honest, it's more than enough as it is. I don't know really if that is altogether necessary modification. So yeah, we'll think about that. But I have got the big bore pistons and a gasket. I need to get sleeves for the pistons to go in, because it's such a big bore, you're required to fit a sleeve. What else? Oh, conrods. Yeah, some performance conrods. And yeah, maybe it would mean getting the crank balanced and things like that. So it's not going to be a cheap venture at all. And I'm not sure at the moment if it's really worth it on this bike, because yeah, it's not as you could probably imagine, this bike probably isn't really the world's best handling bike. But I guess if you want to really wrap it open and get up to 100 mile an hour in no time, which this thing does already, it'll do it even quicker, no doubt. So I don't know, I'll think about that. I'll chew on it. I will chew on it. Where should I go now? There's just a lot of traffic about, and I'm trying to think of ways I can go that will avoid the traffic lodge. Traffic lodge. Unnecessary steering, but it looks cool. This thing feels like it's going to take off. It's like, woo! I mean, it's nothing like the performance of the Hayabusa. You know, short of actually sticking a Hayabusa engine in here, it would never be. No, there's an idea. Yeah, so, but it's all we need, really. I mean, this is what, 100 odd brake horsepower? I think originally when they came out, what were they, maybe 120 brake horsepower? Now this is a 1994 bike, so yeah, it's quite old, and a lot of those BHPs have probably been lost over the years. So I would say it's a safe 100 brake horsepower now. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but to be quite frank, more do you need? It looks cool, it sounds cool, it goes quick. This is me avoiding the traffic. This is me. I'm avoiding the traffic today. Thank you. It's not working, is it? But this is the fun thing about this bike. I can just come out and have a cruise and just have a bit of fun and... Oh, steady. Steady, monster. What is that? It's a Triumph flipping rocket. Is that a new rocket? It looks like a rocket. I think it is a rocket. Maybe. Don't know, actually. No, it's not a rocket, is it? It's something else. But yeah, it's just a bike that I can come out and have a cruise around. If I want to be a bit spirited, I can. If I want to... Cheers, mate. If I want to kind of have a spirited ride, I can. And now I want to kind of go down here. And where is this geezer going? Yeah. Take care, peeps, when you're out. It's just such a random thing at the moment. There's just so many random kind of things going on the road. People are kind of driving quite erratically, me included. So take care out there, peeps. And this road is covered in gravel, so I have to be a bit careful. Going on up here? Oh, it's the racing, isn't it? It's where they all come for the motocross racing, flipping great big bricks and stuff in the road. Our front just wants to loft up. It wants to do a wheelie. Lift off. Flipping lift off. So much fun, this bike. Can't believe it's all mine, actually. And it's all my work. reunited and it feels so good. I just hope that my 360 camera is actually working correctly today. I did test it yesterday, and for some reason I had a recording that had sound but no picture, so I'm getting a bit worried that maybe the old Insta360 One X is kind of past its best, maybe, and yeah, it might be a bit tired out. So I'm really hoping that it's recording today and I'm not having a messed up vlog. Little shakedown on the Punisher. I mean, this thing, I need to sort out this little oil leak because it's really playing on my mind. I'm not feeling happy about it, and I'm worried about it being on the back tyre. I haven't found any yet, but I'm just paranoid about it, so I'm just being respectful really, and just being nice to the old girl. You know, she's not exactly a youngster. So, what is she? 27 years old, I think? So, yeah, not a youngster. So I'm being nice to it. But it's a lot of fun, guys. Can't get it across to you. This bike's just a lot of fun. And just means a lot to me. That's that, really. So anyway, thank you for watching, peeps. I hope you've enjoyed the sights and the scenes of Grizz's Punisher, my creation that I've brought back to life again. It's got back in my hands. For any of you that don't know, I built this many years ago, back in 2009, and then I sold it, and well, I didn't want to sell it. It's a complicated story, but I sold it, and I bought it back last September. And I've basically had to put a fair bit of work in on it because it hasn't been looked after very well, and rectify some issues that needed sorting. So yeah, there is a build series. Go check out the build series, the Punisher Street Fighter build series, and you can see all what I've done to it over the last kind of 6 months or so since I've had it. But yeah, so cool. So flipping cool to have it back, and now I've got to be mindful of goats and grit in the road and walkers and cyclists. Right, peeps, that is enough for today. That is like putting an ending on the ending here, but yeah, I'm just having mixed results with the 360, so just wanted to say a little thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one. Goodbye. See ya. Thanks for tuning in. No, love you. No. Bye. Yes, bye. Bye-bye.